Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who's knowing it with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Amazing honor don't lack no soldiers. With the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yohana Isupk.
This is what Commander General Yohana did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
All right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Second here. Mic check. 1, 2. Y'all can hear me. Throw a 1 up in the chat. I cannot hear me. Put a 2. All right. Is Hashem Yahshua Barakatah to the Akim, Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Allah Hashem Yahshua to the Aquas. Okay, I'm officer of 1,000 Awadja, and this is the Isupk Detroit Law class under Commanding General Yohana, man. Who, as I always like to do, I like to give a shout out to Commander General Yohana and thank him for holding on to this truth when everybody else dropped their sword, man. Because without him doing that, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Probably be somewhere in a world of trouble. Okay, without this truth, as a lot of us would be. So the water to Commander General Yohana for holding on to this truth, man. As usual, and as usual, if y'all could like, share, and subscribe to the class. Make sure that we getting this information out there, man. We in a hell of a time right now, man. If y'all paying attention to what's going on into the Middle East, all right? Russia is unleashing hell on Ukraine. Okay. So just so now it's just important that we get this information out there. So like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Get this information out to our people, man, because now more so than ever is the time that they need this truth. Okay? As usual, if you have any questions or comments or anything of that nature, just put it in the comment section and I will answer your questions. Ain't no sweat, right? Okay. Today is the law class, but it just so happens that today also is a oppressor holiday, Valentine's Day. So I'm going to touch on that briefly. Then I got a couple of questions I'm going to answer, okay? So a lot of us, and this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why we as a people celebrate Valentine's Day. It's ridiculous. A brother, take this type of brother. He worked all year long, right? Pay all the bills. You got gas in your car, the bills is paid, the kids took care of, the woman got everything she need, and then come Valentine's Day, and if she don't have some flowers, some candy, and a card, that day can ruin your entire relationship. Over flower, candy, and cards. Think about it. It's 12 months in a year, right? One day, one simple day can ruin your entire relationship. This is the things that happen when we celebrate the oppressor so-called holidays or festivity days. But what we don't more so understand is Valentine's Day it's some Roman paganism stuff. We don't even understand the meaning behind the stuff that we celebrate. All right? Me personally, I love the Lord's holy days. The Lord's holy days is real come together days. Nobody relationship is destroyed behind the Lord's holy day. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. You heard of that before, Zarak? Never heard of that ever. Right? The Lord holy days truly is about bringing people together. Your oppressor days is about separating you because he doesn't want you together in the beginning. So we have to understand that, man. And I'm going to jump just into a little bit of this. Going to be too long-winded on it. But since it's just this day, I figured I'd touch on it just a little bit. This is Valentine's Day, the history of Valentine's Day, come Encyclopedia Britannica. kind of kind.
Maybe while you doing that, you know what I'm saying? It's so heavy because when people look at the traditions of the world, they see Valentine's Day. Everybody is doing it. But name me a prophet that celebrated Valentine's Day. Name me something biblical, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this day, if it's so precious.
Kind. And that's the thing. Like, I was thinking about that earlier too. Like, our people, we don't even, it's like we don't even care. Like, we can explain, you know how we explain this truth to some people, and they don't even care. Like, I literally had people get mad at me because I'm saying what the oppressor has done to us. And instead of getting mad at the oppressor, they get mad at me. Like, I'm saying something like, oh, it is insane. Our people do not. We so brainwashed in this system that we in with the oppressor. I sent that to you.
Says Valentine's Day, social custom. Valentine's Day is a holiday, February 14th, when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts.
Now hold on one second. Salakia. I meant to bring this up too earlier. Think about a relationship. They fight like cats and dogs all year long, punching each other in the face and all kind and then come Valentine's Day, that one day for that one dinner for 15 minutes, they okay. Like this Valentine's Day is not a good thing. Salakia, sir, go ahead.
God, no sweat. Given their similarities, it has been suggested that the holiday has origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia.
Lupercalia. Y'all don't even have a clue as to what y'all celebrate. Can you click on that, sir? Let's let them know a little bit about Lupercalia.
Lupercalia, ancient Roman festival. Lupercalia, ancient Roman festival that was conducted annually, February 15th, under the superintendence of corporation, a priest called leprosy. The origins of the festival are obscure, although the likely derivation of its name from lupus, Latin word means wolf. It has variously suggested connection with an ancient deity who protected herds from wolves, and with the legendary she-wolf who nursed Romulus and Remus. As a fertility rite, the festival is also associated with the god Phanos.
The god who?
Phanos.
Another form of worship in another god. This is how the oppressor has tricked you, man. He trick us with all of his. You think because you get a warm fuzzy feeling on the inside that this stuff, that God is of this stuff. God is not with this nonsense. Our God told us not to worship no other gods. And every time we celebrate one of these oppressor holidays or holidays, we are worshiping another God. It's always another God behind it. Every single time I sit here, every holiday after every holiday, and bring out it's a God behind everything that he does. This is a form of worshiping him. We have to now wake up. We are in an information age where we have the information, man. You got the information for anything right in the palm of your hand, man. We have to come out this silliness, man. It seemed like to me, you would just look at it, Cupid, a naked baby with an arrow running around shooting people. You would just look at it and say, you know what, this is stupid. This is dumb as hell. But we don't. We continue to wrap ourselves up in it. Like, when are we going to learn that we have to celebrate our God? And that is the only way we get away from the oppression that the oppressor puts on us. Valentine's Day oppresses our people. It's not a day of celebration. Valentine's Day breaks up black families.
Right.
How do you celebrate something like that, man? Go ahead, Salaki. Go ahead, sir.
And if I may, Baba Shah, that's so heavy what you're saying. Because think about how many sisters are going to go and whore out on their husbands today, on this very day, because of Valentine's Day.
Kind of what kind, sir? Hey, you know what they say too, though? They say Valentine's Day is for the husband, the 14th is for the husband, and the 15th is for the they little side piece. That's what they do. And what we just read up here, this Lucifer Cinder started when? February 15th. This is, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all don't understand that's why it's so important to share these classes, man. That's why it's so important to share these classes. Because without these classes, our people would just be stuck worshiping all different kind of gods, and we would be stuck in this kingdom forever. We would never get out. We would never get out. Okay? Go ahead, sir. Where we at?
We still right here in the second paragraph. Each Lupercilia begin with the sacrifice by the lupercy of goats and a dog. After which two of the lupercy were led to the altar.
And this is so crazy because what else is we not supposed to do? We're not supposed to make sacrifices to other gods. And all this is tied up into Valentine's Day, which y'all think is something just so simple, and it is about gifts and love and all of it. We reading about Valentine's Day right now, man. It is about solely worshiping other gods and making sacrifices to other gods. This is what it's about.
Right.
We reading it right here.
If I may, that's so heavy too, because like, man, they don't even understand who's behind all of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's obviously literally going against the Lord in the Bible, man, you got to understand, man, Satan is controlling this thing right here, man. Satan got huge control and power over, you know what I'm saying, the things that you love in this world and that you are distracted and we get caught up with, like Valentine's Day.
Like Valentine's Day. And what else happens? They use the Christian church to do what? Push this nonsense on us, man.
Right.
They use the Christian church to push this nonsense on us. Because the Christian church, they not pushing Purim. They ain't doing that. And if you go in there and tell them about it, they don't want to hear nothing about what you talking about.
Right.
They don't care nothing about nothing except stuffing their pockets with your money. Because the longer you sin, the more they can get paid. It is ridiculous.
Want me to keep going?
No, we can jump back to Valentine's Day. Baba Kashaf, we can.
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day is just basically the worship of another God. They made sacrifices for this God. They made sacrifices for this. Hey, Salakia, sir, if you can, give me that in Amos. I hate and despise. The water, appreciate that, sir.
No sweat.
And y'all think the Lord is with, why would the Lord be with the worship of another God? He does not want us work. Let your oppressor and these other nations that oppress us, let them have their gods, man. Give them their gods. Let them have their gods. Let them have their celebrations. We should look at Valentine's Day and know what it does to black families, and we should say, you know what? I'll never celebrate that. I'll never be a part of that because it destroyed my brother's family.
Right.
That's how the oppressor in them do. You mess with one of them, let's just say you run in a grocery store. A brother go open a grocery store in the oppressor neighborhood. Not one of them will come into your grocery store. They won't do it. And they won't do it. And guess what? They don't even have to say a word to one another about not doing it. They will not do it. Your store will go out of business. And they'll have town meetings and all kind of stuff to try to shut your store down. The point that I'm making is they are together. They are one. How do you know they won? In one unison against you? Because they don't have to say anything to each other. They just would never go to your store. They already know it. We don't think like that. We don't think like that at all. We've been too programmed about coming together, and we really not coming together with the oppressor. We just happy being under his foot. So, like, you got that, sir?
God, I got it. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 21. And it says, I hate.
The Lord hates. He hates. He hates. Understand something. He hates. All that God is love, no. God got things that he hates. Go ahead, Salakia, sir.
I despise your feast days.
The Lord said he hate and despise your feast days. He hate and despise that we celebrating something that you sacrifice dogs and goats to. The Lord says he hates this day. Why does the Lord hate this day? Because the Lord gave us days. That's why I say your. These are the days that you doing. These ain't the days that the Lord gave you. This is man-made mumbo jumbo that we celebrating. That's why the Lord hates it. Because it's not of him. Yet, it's pushed in the Christian church. Yet, it's pushed on TV. Yet, it's pushed just you in your everyday life, at your school. It's pushed all around you. But now is the time where we have to learn to stand strong and stand with the Lord, man. That's why I love these. That's why I love the UPK, man. We are men that stand with the Lord, man, under Commander General Yohana. We don't give a damn about no Valentine's Day. Yeah. We are sent out to destroy Valentine's Day. Our people celebrate, have bowed down and worshiped and bowed down to our oppressor and his way of life far too long and far too much. And it's time for us to now start standing up and coming back to our God. Because if you're paying attention like I'm paying attention, the Lord is doing what he said. He coming for us. He coming for us. You gonna trade on the Lord for Valentine's Day? Okay, no problem. That's what you want to do. No problem with me. You go ahead. I won't do it. Salakia. That's not a decision I'm gonna make. Salakia, go ahead, sir.
And if I may, Baba Gashah, the Lord said that he's a jealous God.
A jealous God. Khan.
He's a jealous God. So you going out and celebrating Valentine's Day as if you're celebrating a God that actually exists, the Lord looking at you like you dumb and you stupid.
Khan.
And he's going to destroy you for it.
And he's going to destroy you for it. He's going to destroy you for it. Don't worry about it. You don't see it now, but you will see it. He's going to destroy you for it.
And if I may, the scary part about that is you don't know how the Lord is going to come at you after you commit that sin right there. You don't even understand how to look. You can't even fathom how the Lord is going to get back on you.
You have no clue. You do not understand. You will walk outside and an airplane will crash into you. You have no clue about how the Lord is going to come back at you. And you should fear that, man. You should fear that. You should be terrified every time you do something out of what the Lord say don't do. If you do something that the Lord say don't do, you should be terrified. The problem is our people, we not taught to fear the Lord for real. Because we follow behind the oppressor who doesn't fear the Lord, and this is his kingdom, and we don't understand that. We don't fear the Lord the way we should fear the Lord, man. Not in this kingdom. But make no mistake about it, the Lord is about to show exactly who he is. You will fear the Lord. You going to fear the Lord when he done. Like you go ahead, sir, more on that.
God, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Lord won't be a part of our solemn assemblies, man. He's not there. Why is he not there? What makes the Lord not there? I'm sitting there praying over pork and catfish and all that garbage, man. I'm sitting there praying over that stuff like the Lord is with that. The Lord is not with that, man. The Lord said, don't eat these things. All right? The Lord said, don't do these things, man. I don't understand how it's possible that somebody can pick up the Bible, say the Lord is with them, or they with the Lord, whatever it is they say, and do nothing in it. Like it just tell you what to do, and you just do the opposite of everything in it. That's because we don't fear the Lord like we should. There's more on that, sir?
No, that's it.
Okay, kind. All right, we drop that. I just had to touch on Valentine's Day because, of course, it's definitely Valentine's Day. So, of course, I was asked a question about being clean, unclean, and can you come into the temple? So, pick this up in Leviticus. Leviticus 15 and 9.
We at the book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And what saddle soever he rideth upon.
Verse 19, Salakia.
19?
Yeah, Salakia. I meant to say 19.
No sweat. Leviticus chapter 15, verse 19. And if a woman have an issue.
Now, what does it mean when they say if a woman have an issue? Now, this is talking about your monthly cycle, okay? So if you have an issue, go ahead.
And her issue and her flesh be blood.
Because you do what? You bleed for 7 days, right? Okay, go ahead.
She shall be put apart 7 days.
So you should be put apart. You're supposed to be put apart and separated for what? The 7 days. Because how long does your menstrual cycle last? Generally, 7 days, for the most part. I've heard about women bleeding heavier than that, but for the most part, it's 7 days. When your 7 days is up, you clean yourself, get yourself together. Go ahead, sir. Salaki, I'm just gonna let it be read. Go ahead. Salaki,
No sweat.
sir.
And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even.
Nobody can even touch. Nobody should be touching you, sitting where you sit. This is why the Lord wants you apart, because you on your monthly. So you ever seen some women? They just go crazy because of their cramps. They just go crazy because of their cramps. The Lord know what He doing, man. Like, put her over there away from you. Just stay the hell away from everybody. You stay away from everybody. You gonna go crazy. Like, go ahead, sir.
And if I may, Bubba Kashar, you know what I'm saying? That heavy part too on that is what people need to understand is like when you do touch that woman, you're going to be unclean until the sun go down. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people will be unaware of how long they will be unclean. You're unclean until the sun goes down.
You are unclean until the sun go down. Do your best to stay away from touching her. Best you can. Okay.
And it says, and everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean.
Anything that she touch, whatever she sit in, whatever she do, it's all unclean, man. While you're on your cycle. I'm gonna be clear, this is while you're on your cycle. Reason why I said 7 days up, because again, most women stay on their cycle for 7 days, and after the 7th day, then you clean. But it's also women that do what? A woman may bleed longer than 7 days. We're gonna get to that too. It's coming. We're gonna get there. It is coming. Hey, let me tell y'all something too. Don't lay with your woman while she going through this. Some of y'all is nasty. Y'all nasty as hit. Don't do that, man. Leave that woman alone. It's not that serious. It's just not. Have some self-control and discipline. I said that because I just seen that. Like, no, don't do it. Just over. Get down to 25.
All right, Leviticus chapter 15, verse 25. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation,
meaning now it's the 7th day. It's supposed to be 7 days, and now it's the 10th day. It's the 10th day now, okay? Yeah.
or if it run beyond the time of her separation,
Because the separation is only supposed to be, again, 7 days, and like I just said, now it's the 10th day.
all the days of the issue of her uncleanliness shall be as the days of her separation.
Kind. So it says, all of the days of her issue shall be as the days of her shall be so I'm thinking, and Slaki, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So she just unclean every single day after that.
Like she's the sister is on her cycle, and this is past, you know what I'm saying, the normal 7 days. She's still unclean.
Kind.
You know what I'm saying? As long as she's bleeding after those 7 days, she's still unclean.
Kind. It's kind. Exactly. Yep. You still unclean. You don't have to wait 7 days for every day after that or something like that. Just unclean until you stop. Once you stop, clean yourself up, and you tawab. You just unclean until you done. Okay? That's it. So you good. To the person that asked me that question, you good. You'll be able to come to the class after you done with your cycle. Okay? Now, with that being said, we got a 11th chapter. Leviticus, the 11th chapter. We are talking about clean and unclean foods. Okay? Why is this so important? Go ahead, sir.
Because the world out there in the world, they don't look at this as something. They take it as a light thing. It's a very, very small thing. So they feel that there's no discipline behind this. There's no education behind this. And the oppressor pushes these abominations to eat.
They call pork. Wasn't they for a second they was trying to call pork the new white meat or delicacy or some nonsense they was trying to do.
They was trying to call pork the white meat.
Yeah, that is you eating pork, man, and every black person that's eating that, when they get up in age, man, they blood pressure higher than hell. Diabetes running out of control. They can't even control it. That is the Lord, man. That's the Lord, man. Because the Lord said, don't do these things. But instead of us listening to what the Lord said, man, what do? We listen to what the oppressor say. We've replaced our God with the oppressor. That's what we did. We replaced our God with the oppressor. And it was a crafty thing he did. Because what did he do? He turned himself into Christ. Turned himself into angels. He turned himself into the 12 disciples. So when we look at him, when he changed that, that's why I hate when people say it don't matter, color don't matter, and all that stuff. You wouldn't worship the oppressor the way you worship him if he never painted those pictures in his image. You would never worship him that way. If those images was in your image, you would listen to nothing he had to say. That is the art of war. That's an attack. It's so subtle and it seems so like it's nothing, but it's actually the very thing that is brainwashing you. It's the very thing that's destroying you. Okay? Now, the reason why I decided to do this topic is because so many of us, including myself, man, make this one mistake. And I was talking to somebody in the fake Israelite group, and they was telling me about how they eat tuna fish. Tuna fish is a mistake that we make. Tuna fish is unlawful to eat. Tuna fish is unlawful to eat. I didn't know this. I made the same mistake when I first was in class. But of course, somebody in some fake Israelite group, they eating tuna casserole and tuna. Nobody is teaching them that tuna fish is unlawful. And we all, I think so many of us make this mistake about this. And let me tell y'all something. If y'all eating them tuna fish sandwiches from Subway, y'all eating dolphin. Read what y'all eating. It's dolphin in there. Let me tell you, stop eating that garbage, man. It is dolphin in that meat. Good night. And that's the mistake that a lot of us make coming into the truth. Till we actually ask the question. Or till we sit down and talk to a brother. Like I didn't know. So I talked to somebody in the school and then they broke it down to me. Don't listen to Esau. He say, well, if you put it under a microscope, then you can see the scales. You got them micro scales on it. Don't do that. Christ didn't have a microscope. The disciples did not have a microscope. Don't listen to the oppressor who wants you to sin. He wants you sinning against the Lord, man. He wants to keep you because as long as you keep sinning, we get to stay here under his foot. Okay? Salakia, we'll pick it up at 1.
Book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Now the Lord is saying these are the things that we should eat. And this is the thing for the life of me, man. Even before I came into truth, I used to kind of be like, man, I don't want to eat no pork like that. Then I would eat it, then I'd be off of it, eat like I was kind of a little bit back and forth with it. But like it's almost like I always knew something was wrong with eating pork. And of course that came really, I used to I never was a Muslim for real, but I used to kind of be on it. So I just was like, okay, I'm going to stay away from pork for those reasons. But once I came into the truth, good night, it's over. Once I learned about the truth, actually. It wasn't even when I came into the truth. Once I learned about the truth and learned we weren't supposed to be eating pork, it was over. It was over, man. And I don't understand how you can read this in the Bible and still sit and say pork is okay if you pray over it. I don't understand that. You can read this right here. The Lord is about to tell us everything that we can eat. And you're going to read in here where it say don't eat swine flesh. And you still think it's okay if you pray over it. And that's nowhere in nothing we about to read. Okay, go ahead.
God, whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven footed.
Okay, so whatsoever part of the hoof, meaning the hoof split like this, right? Hoof is split too, okay? It has a cloven foot. Footed. Okay, go ahead, sir.
And cheweth the cud.
What does it mean when it say cheweth cud? What does it mean when it say cheweth the cud? Meaning, it's cheweth the cud, and Slock, you can correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Mm-hmm. The cud is when it come back up and he can still eat it back. That's what the cud is. The cud is when it comes up and he can eat it. So whoever cheweth the cud, okay?
Among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
These are the ones that we supposed to eat. So let's see. A cow can do it. So we're talking about a cow. Why? Because a cow hub is split and it chews the cud. Okay, and it got the clove foot. Now we have to remember, it has to, in order to qualify, it has to have all three of these things. Okay? Some things that we're going to read about, they're going to be unlawful and they're going to have a clove foot. Okay? We're going to get into it. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew of the cud, or of them that divide the hoof.
So again, like I just said, we're about to read about some animals that we cannot eat that actually cheweth the cud and have a hoof foot. Okay.
God, so it says, as the camel.
As a camel. Who the hell want to eat a camel anyway? That is the most. A Christian might eat a camel though. They just say you got to pray over it. They might actually eat a goddamn camel.
Right, or gonna try it.
God, that is who looks at a camel and say, I can't wait to cook and eat that. That's why the Lord gave Adam the law. He looked at people like, these Negroes is eating camels and horses and all kind of nothing. Like, hold on. I didn't intend for things to be this way. The Lord intended for things to be a certain type of way. I don't know why we think we can just do what we want to do. I don't understand that. Okay, go ahead, sir.
God, and it says, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof.
Divideth not the hoof. So his hoof is not divided. But he does chew up the cud. And again, we read the qualifications up there. That's why I said what I said. You have to chew the cud, your hoof have to be divided, or you have to have a clove foot. You ain't got those things, man. We're not supposed to be eating those things. And there's some of those things that you might find that have those things, but we still don't eat them. Just because it has those things don't mean you have to eat them. You don't got to go eat a damn giraffe. You don't have to do it. Okay? The giraffe qualifies. Who the hell wants to eat a giraffe? Like, stop this silliness. Okay?
And it says, he is unclean unto you.
And that camel is unclean unto you, man. Anything that cheweth cud, so you got camel. Let me see. What else cheweth some cud?
Connie.
A connie. We coming up on that. Connie is like, I think a connie is like a rabbit or something like that. Something similar to a rabbit.
Look it up.
So the Lord is giving, so what we reading now and what we going over is what the Lord is saying for us to eat, not to eat, man. Don't eat the things that the Lord telling you not to eat and wonder why you sitting in the hospital with heart congestion, congestive heart failure. You sitting in there and your diabetes is 600 and you can't get it down. Your blood pressure is so high that it feel like your head is about to pop. You doing the things that the Lord told you not to do. You not fearing the Lord.
Hmm?
You got gout and all kind of stuff. It's because you not fearing the Lord. Right. And the Lord has to let you know that he is real and he is to be feared. And what is so crazy is the people around them, they don't look at that and say, oh man, hold on, I better start obeying the Lord. They look at that and continue and just think like that's normal. That's not normal, man. That's the Lord destroying you for your sins. That's what that is. Like, you got that, sir?
God. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 5. And the connie, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. A Connie is a hyrax.
Connie is a what, Salakia?
Is a hyrax.
A Hyrex.
Con.
You got something else in there? I ain't too sure what a Hyrex exactly is.
So let me look it up real quick for you.
So we're going to look up Hyrex. Thought it was something like a rabbit or something like that.
A hyrax look like a rabbit. It
Yeah,
says a
got it.
hyrax, a small herbivorous mammal with a compact body, very short tail, found in arid countries in Africa and Arabia. The nearest relatives to hyraxes are the elephants and other subligants.
Okay, kind. I thought it looked similar to a rabbit. Okay.
It do look like a rabbit. It's just
not a rabbit.
yeah, it's its own habitation. It's
Kind.
but biblically it's called a Connie.
But even though it chews the cud again, that hoof still not divided, man. Right?
He is unclean unto you.
He is unclean unto us, man. We shouldn't be eating these things. We going over this tonight, man. It's gonna be crystal clear, and that's why it's important again to share these classes, man, and get this truth out there, man. Because our people don't understand. Our people, we don't. Unless you come into the UPK, you don't understand the dietary law. You don't understand what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating, man. You don't understand these things unless you come into the dietary law. I mean, unless you come into the UPK, Salakia. That was crazy, man. That person had been in one of them fake Israelite group for about 6 years now and did not know you couldn't eat tuna fish, man. That is insane. I just couldn't. Go ahead, sir.
I'll tell you one thing and one thing for sure. That right there goes to show that them brothers should have never left the truth.
Damn right.
They should have never went nowhere. They should have never separated the body and try to go off and do their own thing.
Right.
You're going to get exposed. You're going to start doing stuff you're not supposed to do.
That is mind-boggling to me. I found that out like my first 2 weeks in the truth that I wasn't supposed to eat tuna fish. Like, oh, okay. Give me about 2 weeks, and I learned that, man. That is insane. We at verse 6.
God. Leviticus 11:6. And the hair.
The hair.
Because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. Now the hair that is a rabbit.
Kind. That is definitely a rabbit. And that's a southern meal. Like a lot of older down south people eat rabbit and stuff and squirrels and all that old weirdo stuff, man. That stuff is unclean to us. Okay? Those things are unclean to us. Those are not things that the Lord want us to eat.
Right.
It's unclean to us, man. We shouldn't be eating squirrels and possums and raccoons and what in the hell is going on? My uncle used to eat. I remember my uncle when I was younger. That's the kind of stuff he used to eat when we was in the world, of course, celebrating Thanksgiving. He always came over with a possum or a raccoon or some nonsense like that, man. Lord said, don't do it, man. Just sin on top of sin. Good night. That's sin on top of sin. And the hair is definitely a rabbit, man. Don't eat rabbit. It's not a good meat. It's not a delicacy. Like you.
He is unclean unto you. And the swine.
Ooh, and the swine. This is the one right here, man. This is the one our people cannot get enough of. Our people, and some of them, when you try to tell them and explain this to them, what they say, I've been eating pork all my life.
Right.
I've been eating pork all my life. Well, shouldn't you change it because the Lord said so?
Right.
Shouldn't you stop now that you know that the Lord don't want you to eat it? No, they don't care about the Lord. Like I said earlier, they care about what the oppressor has took the place of the Lord. The oppressor has just now became their Lord and said, pork is okay to eat if you just pray over it. That's nowhere in the Bible. Sorry to hurt y'all feelings, man. That's nowhere in the Bible. And that's why you have high blood pressure. That's why black people lead. That's why black people number one in high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. Because we want to eat pork and duck. We want some duck souffle. Some nonsense like that. We can't stay away from it. You understand what I'm saying?
God, I was just gonna say, this is one of the worst ones. Pork. You understand? Pork is absolutely 100% against, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the Bible. You definitely cannot eat it. And the thing is, this is how you know. This is how you know, man. This right here is the truth. Is because of how much pork was pushed on, especially in slavery. And they forced it. They forced pork down our throat. To the point where they locked us in on it. To the point where now it's like a delicacy. It's like second nature now.
And we got stories in the Bible, man, where our brothers and sisters lost their life because they ain't want to eat no pork, man. They lost their life because they ain't want to eat no pork. And now today, fast forward to today, we's talking about it's okay to eat it if we pray for it, man. That's why they tried to hide the Apocrypha from us, man. They ain't want us to read those kind of stories and read how pork was pushed on us. It's something they've been pushing on us since the Greek time, man. And not only is pork is abominable. Pork is an abomination to the Lord, man. That's not something that he made to consume. A pig, you know what a pig can be used for? A pig can be used to keep things sanitary. Eat your trash and stuff like that. A pig don't give a damn what it eat. It eat anything that's in front of it, man. I used to hate when I was younger, man, smelling them damn chitlins. Oh my God, how did you put that to your face and eat it? After you done smelled that, man. It is ridiculous the things that has been forced on us, man. And pushing us further and further away from our God and further away from the truth, man. It is unimaginable, man. There's no way possible. There's no way possible we can read this and still want to eat some pork, man. We have to fear. Once again, we gotta fear the Lord. And fear, once you see your family member be unalived because of high blood pressure or congestive heart failure or heart disease, and you seen them eat pork and shrimp, crab, and lobster their whole life, man, that should be a warning to you, man. Look at that as a warning, man. Look at that. You're supposed to look at that, and that's supposed to make you fear the Lord. That's supposed to make you want to change. That ain't supposed to make, you ain't supposed to say, I've been eating pork my whole life. You supposed to say, damn, we are dying from eating pork. Let me stop eating pork. That's what you're supposed to do, man. But some of y'all don't get it. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all keep listening to your oppressor. You're going to be unalived with your oppressor. You're going to be unalived with him. Okay, Salakia, go ahead, sir.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
He cheweth not the cud, man. Remember, you have to have three. It's three things you have to be. Okay? It is three things you have to be, man. These are the things that the Lord laid out for us. This is not something that I sat at home and wrote and said, this is what we shouldn't do. This is not that, man. Commander General Hanna didn't make it up. People in the world literally look at us and call us crazy because we actually do what the Bible say do. We actually eat the things the Bible say eat and don't eat the things the Bible say don't eat. And we get called crazy for doing it. People look at us like it's something wrong with us for being obedient. You got to stand strong. You have to come in. That's why, again, these classes are so important because you got to come in here and build your strength up, man. Be around this brotherhood. Because without it, man, if you try to do this thing, that's why the scriptures say, what the scriptures say, 2 is better than 1, man. Yeah. 2 is better than 1. If you standing by yourself, you fighting a whole world of people. A whole world of people that is against you and want you destroyed. They want you celebrating Valentine's Day. They want you celebrating Christmas. They want you eating pork. They want you eating tuna fish, man. You have to come in here and actually get real brotherhood, man. You actually have to get that to strengthen you. Because if you try to fight it by yourself, man, you're going to fail. Because it's too overpowering. It's on TV. It's on every commercial. It's in your everyday life. You got to watch what you say. They put it in you subtly. They put it to you hardcore. You know how many, Salaki, this is just a little bit off topic, but you know how many years they've been desensitizing us to this new alternative lifestyle? How long you've been seeing brothers in dresses when you was a kid, laughing at it? That's all just desensitizing you to that, man. So now they can come back and push this on you, man. This oppressor is definitely a serpent. Because he thinks so many years ahead. Think about how long they was making it look funny. And that's how they do it, because every time you see a man in a dress, they put some comedy behind it. So you laughing at it, you thinking it's funny, you ain't paying it no attention, but the whole time it's destroying you. To desensitize you, to make you think it's okay for a man to be feminine. When it is not okay for a man to be feminine. The scriptures say no effeminate shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Lucky, I didn't mean to run on like that.
Leviticus, we're at the end of Leviticus 11:7. It says, he is unclean unto you.
And he is unclean unto you, man. He didn't say, it don't say if you pray over it, you can eat it. That ain't what it said. I don't even know where that came from. Go ahead, sir.
Ye shall not add or subtract.
God, like where did you even what verse are you pulling to say that all you have to do is pray over it? Like, where is that at? Like, what are you talking about? That's nowhere in the scriptures. Okay, that's nowhere in the scriptures at all. I've never seen that anywhere. Yet, of course, because of Christianity, and this shows you how evil your oppressor and Christianity is, man. Because that's what Christianity actually pushes. Christianity actually pushes your oppressor as your God. That's what they do, man. And I have you thinking all you got to do is pray over some pork. When the Lord said it's unclean to you. And when we read verse 8, it's going to blow you like I don't understand where y'all get this from. It is mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling to me. You ready, sir, for verse 8?
Verse 8. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
So of their flesh you shall not eat. And then think about what it said after that. He took it a step further and said, don't even touch it. You sitting up there making pork chop sandwiches, and the Lord saying, don't even touch this thing, let alone eat it. He don't even want you to touch it. And you sitting up there making bologna sandwiches, pork bologna sandwiches. It's tawab if it's beef. That's your thing. But you eating, you want the pork one. You pass right by the beef. Go straight to the pork, man. You don't want to eat turkey bacon. Just put, I know some of y'all say it's flavorless and all. Just put some seasoning on it. It ain't hard, a little bit of pepper or something on there. Don't eat that turkey bacon, man. It's going to save your life. It's going to save your life. That's what you don't understand. You think it's just something you thinking it's just something that really doesn't even matter. It's not just a big thing. Oh, Lord is going to come and see you. The Lord is going to come and see you about this thing that you're doing, man. You don't want that. You don't want that. He's not going to come and say, well, it's okay. You've been eating pork. I know your heart. No. You know what the Lord going to do with that heart that you say he know? He's going to give you heart disease. That's what he's going to do with it. That's what he's going to do with it, man. The Lord is something to be feared, man. He ain't man to be feared. You should be walking around every day watching every single step you take. Lord is a man to be feared.
It says, they are unclean unto you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
So now we are what we should be eating that's in the waters. Now we on what we should be eating in the waters. I had to do this when I heard about the tuna fish. I had to do this, man. This is a thing that I had to do. Couldn't let it slide because I thought about myself, even though it was just in that short little time frame. Think about how many others of our brothers and sisters is out here making these same mistakes because they are some fake Israel. Because they somewhere, somebody don't even really give a damn about them. They don't even realize it. They truly want to find the Lord, but they just done got caught in a snag or a snare by some fake Israelite group that allows them to eat tuna fish. That purple group is disgusting, man. And yes, that's the group that's the purple group. Got that sister in there eating tuna fish like it's lawful. That is disgusting, man. No different than they let the brothers get lineups in there. You in that group, man, you will be sinning all day. You'll be breaking every dang on law in the Bible. Salaki, where we at? Let's get it, sir.
God. And it says, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So it has to have fins and scales. So you cannot eat catfish. A catfish does not have scales. Catfish is an unlawful thing. And let me ask y'all something. Why is catfish even in the water? Why is catfish even in the water? I know y'all Christian church don't teach y'all this. Of course, the UPK under Commander General Yohana, we're going to teach you. Because we want you to actually stop sinning. We actually care. A catfish is in the water to clean the water. That's what a catfish does. It eats and cleans, it helps clean the water and filter the water back out, man. So you can actually drink the water. Why do you think the water is so messed up the way it is today? We taking the things that the Lord put in the water to clean the water, and we're eating it. You might as well take that thing that they put in the fish tank, that stick to the glass to clean the fish tank. You might as well fry that. It's no different when you eat catfish. This is why the Lord is telling us, not to eat it. How you gonna eat it and then complain about the water being polluted at the same time? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. You can't eat what the Lord put in the water to clean it and complain about the water being messed up also. Eat you some salmon, some more orange rougher. There's plenty of lawful things that you can eat that taste way better than catfish. And which brings me to this point. You don't have to eat pork chops, Slocky. I have to just jump back on this for 1 second. Get y'all some turkey chops if y'all ain't had them. Replace them with pork chops, man. It'll change your life. And they taste better. And they taste better, man. Slocky.
We at verse 10.
Okay, kind.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
If it don't have fins and scales, like, notice what the Lord is doing, man. He giving requirements for the food that we should be eating. But like I said, a catfish doesn't have scales. So you're not supposed to eat a catfish. Because what the Lord said, when you eat something from the water, it has to have fin and scales. Tuna fish, which is why we're here. You had something to say, Salaki?
And it's so heavy that we're going over this, because as we're going over this, that's actually in the Bible. You're seeing actual instructions. These are rules and regulations. So you have to look at yourself, and if you was to change any of these rules up, you really will have to look at yourself and ask yourself, you know what I'm saying, do I have an issue or something? Because I just changed God's rules on food. You're a disobedient kid.
You are a disobedient kid, man. You do not love the Lord, man. You do not love the Lord at all, man. At all. Because you can, like Salaki Madawan just said, we sitting here literally going over this. And some of y'all is about to go right in your refrigerator, make a tuna fish sandwich right now. Get you some shrimp, catfish and grits. That's another little southern little staple that they used to eat down south back in the day. They still do it today. Some catfish and grits, man. A popular meal amongst our people, man. That is an abomination to the Lord, man. The things that the oppressor has made popular to us inside of this kingdom is an abomination to the Lord. And y'all know what else? This is how else the oppressor gets you. He oppress you so much, you poor and starving and in the ghetto, and he make all the abominable things so affordable for you. Meanwhile, the things you're supposed to eat, he make them expensive for you.
Right.
Y'all see what some lamb chops cost, a leg of lamb? Woo-wee. And I'm talking about the little popsicle looking joints, man. Them junks is expensive as hell. Go try to buy some oxtails from the grocery store. You're going to put them mugs right back. You're going to get about 3-4 oxtails. That shit going to be about 25. That stuff going to be about $25, man, for a 3-4 pack of oxtail, man. Your oppressor purposely runs stuff up like that and make those things and make the pork and the catfish and the abominable things for you nice and cheap, except for the shrimp and the crab, lobster. Make them expensive for you. But the rest of that pork, the most abominable thing like we brought out earlier, like that we're not supposed to eat or touch, he makes that extremely cheap for you. Yeah. He makes it extremely cheap for you. Go in there and feed your family with the little crumbs that he give you off the table for 2 months if you just buy nothing but pork. And he knows that. You don't understand that he purposely does that. He purposely does that. But what else you don't understand is if you trust in the Lord, man, and you say, you know what, I don't care. We'll figure it out. I'm going to put my trust in the Lord. He's going to pull you through, man.
Damn
He's going
right.
to look at that thing that you're doing. He's going to say, yeah, that's right. You ain't bowing knee to Baal. Let me make this way for you. He will, I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. He will make, if you put your trust in the Lord, he will make a way for you, man. I don't mean to sound so Christian, but damn it, that's the truth. That's the damn truth. And putting your trust in the Lord ain't just sitting there saying, Salaki, what I'm saying is not Christian. I just thought about it. Because a Christian just think putting your faith in the Lord means I'm just going to sit here and still keep doing this and then the Lord is still going to deliver me. Putting your faith in the Lord means you being obedient to him and doing the things that he said do. No matter what is going on inside of your life. That's putting your faith in the Lord. That's putting your trust in the Lord. When it look like you don't have any way, you buckle down and be more obedient and say, is it any more I can do? You go even harder when it look like you ain't got no way. That's putting your trust in the Lord, man. It's like
To what? And it says, verse 11, they shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
Again, this is something that their carcasses is an abomination, man. And think about, you're eating these, you consuming these things that the Lord is saying don't eat and is an abomination. You're eating them and you're eating them. And the Lord is saying don't. And you only eating them because your oppressor said it's okay. Your pastor said it's okay. Sooner or later, you really gonna have to look yourself in the mirror like I said earlier, man. You're gonna have to make a decision, man. You're gonna have to make a decision on who it is you're going to serve. Christ is not coming back for some people that's lukewarm. You might just think, oh, this ain't nothing but the dietary laws, just some food. Nah, that ain't how the Lord looking at it. Eating these foods, the Lord is going to unalive you for it. He's going to unalive you for it. You think you get away because you've been eating it for pork for 15 years. But when you have that heart attack from eating all that pork, is it worth it? When the Lord unalived you with a heart attack from eating all that pork, was it worth it? No, it's not, man. No, it's not. And then you still don't escape because you go get judged and come back. It's not worth it, man. A pork chop sandwich is not worth that. You better understand who the Lord is and what he really about. You better understand who he is really about. Go ahead, sir.
If you got a problem with following directions, you might have ADHD. You better go get some help for that.
Damn
you understand? Right. People who can't follow instructions, this is what the Bible is. This is instructions.
Damn right.
Bible is plain simple. It say don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat it.
Period.
What are we even trying to argue and debate about for? Like, I don't even understand that. That shows that you have a problem with authority and instruction.
God.
From God, the creator. You have big issues.
You have a tremendously big issue. You you want to argue with me. This ain't my rules. I don't have nothing. The only thing I do is follow it. That's it. The Lord said don't do it. I'm not doing it. That's the end of it. I don't really got too much. I show you that what the Lord said, do. You do just do what you want to do. You think it's okay? Okay. Shalom. Just know, Lord will visit you. He's coming. He don't think he not. Don't think you're gonna slip through the cracks. There is no slipping through the cracks with the Lord. Can't slip through the cracks with the Lord, man. He's coming. Just be patient. Just wait. He's coming. He's going to visit you. And you don't want that. You don't eating tuna fish and catfish is not worth it. It's not. It's not worth it at all, man. The Lord said even their carcass is an abomination, man. And you still gonna you want to clean that little, you think cleaning that little mud vein out the catfish, you think that make it clean, huh? Nah, that don't do it, man. The Lord is what makes it clean. The Lord said it's unclean. So you cannot eat it. Don't give a damn what you talking about. Go ahead, sir.
God, and it says, whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. And these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. This is directions. I
don't understand this, man. You can't eat frog legs, huh? Salaki, I'm jumping a little bit ahead. But these is instructions, man. That's why it's so heavy and important, man, to get these classes out there, man. People really don't know. Some people would just look and say, okay, on the outside looking in, saying, all right, I'm gonna stop eating pork. They don't understand everything else you can't eat and everything else you can't touch. You in some fake Israelite group thinking just because you don't eat pork, you good. No, you not good. Just because you don't eat pork, catfish and shrimp and lobster and all that stuff. Yeah, those are the things that's out there the most, but they ain't taking you to the things that nobody ain't talking about because they not interested in teaching you. That's why you still eating tuna fish. They just making it look like they about something, man. They ain't trying to save you. They don't give a damn about saving you. They hate black people. They hate them. They don't even want to be around them unless it's convenient for them, unless it's something that they're getting from them. Then it's okay. I see it. I know it. I see it for a fact. They don't want to be around nobody that's in the school, that's not in their little school, until they need something from them. And then they want to be around them. Then they'll move in the same house with them. This is what they do. This is what I literally see. I literally see it. My niece can't even be around her mama like that because she not in the school. She not in the school. So her husband don't want her mama around that. But they stay with my niece's grandparents, who also is not in the school. They teach you how to be hypocrites, man. They don't care about you, man. They don't love you at all. Commanding General Yohana loves you, man. Commanding General Yohana would never allow somebody to tell you not to talk to your mama because you're not in the school. He wouldn't allow that to happen, man. That's not how you can't, how do you, if you feel like that, then I'm just a little bit off topic. I'm going to run for 1 second. How do you go out there and teach the people if you don't even want to be around them because they're not in your school? You hate black people, man. You hate them so much, man. And that's why that sister was eating tuna fish, man. Because you really hate black people. Like, where we at, sir? Verse 13?
Verse 13, in the middle of verse 13. And it says, they shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ossifrage.
What is an ossifrage? Look that up, sir. Salakia. What is an Isupk?
So this is an Isupk. It's an Isupk, a bird of prey from feminine of Isupkages, bone breaking from eye. So this is a type of bird.
Like, do it say like it come from the eagle family or something like that?
It's called the bearded vulture.
Okay, or the vulture family, kind. But if you notice that these birds that the Lord is talking about, these are prey birds, like hunting birds, like the vulture, the eagle. Think about how an eagle and a vulture swoop down on you. These are those type of birds. Salaki, go ahead, sir.
And the osprey.
The osprey. The heck is an osprey?
Look it up real quick.
See what an osprey is right quick. You come in here, you gonna learn. We gonna look this stuff up and break this stuff down, man. You gonna leave here with a clear understanding of what the hell going on. And that's how Commander General Yohana teaches us to be, man. He don't teach us to be no other way than to make sure we are teaching our people. We don't teach for gain in here, man. Well, actually, Salakia, we do teach the game. We teach the game, brothers and sisters. How will we teach the game? That's our mission, man. We do the mission that Christ sent us out to do.
It's right here, the osprey, the type of bird that comes from the hawk's family.
Okay, comes from the Hawks family. Jump down. God, dog, I trying to get down to one thing. I got what it was I was trying to get to. It was one more animal I wanted to, one more family of animal I wanted to get to. Kind of, sir. In verse, Salakia. It says, verse 14, it says, and the vulture and the kite after its kind, every raven after its kind. So these are things we're not supposed to eat. It says the owl and the hawk and the cuckoo and the hawk after its kind. Try to jump down a little bit. Let's hit 21. It says, yet these may ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goes up on all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. I'm on 22, sir.
Leviticus 11 and 22. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind.
The locust, man. Them chocolate covered locusts, man. Get them. Eat them. That's what John the Baptist was eating. Locusts and honey. Okay, people don't look at it now. They be like, oh, hell no, I ain't no dang on locust. But the Lord said it's okay to eat these, man.
Damn right.
Lord said it's okay to eat these things.
Right.
Go ahead, sir.
And the bald locust after his kind. And the beetle after his kind. And the grasshopper after his kind.
And I'm going to tell you, these things don't even taste that bad. They don't taste bad like you may think. You might think they taste bad because you're listening to the oppressor. He don't want us to have these things, so he make it seem like, ugh, why would you eat it? The oppressor does everything he can to strip us away of everything that involves our culture. He want us to have not even a pinch of our culture. Not even the smallest pinch of our culture, man. And he does his best. And he spends millions and billions of dollars to make sure we don't remember these things. Go ahead, Sir Salakia.
Ain't no sweat, warrior. Another thing which is so educational, right? You know, growing up when I used to see being around my grandmother, grandfather, and they was watching Western movies. Some of those Western movies, when they be out in the wilderness, they'd go eat those bugs.
Con.
And I used to be like, man, what type of human are you to eat a bug?
Con.
Like, you're disgusting.
Con.
But, you know what I'm saying? This is why the Bible comes in and it's so educational.
Con.
Because some of those bugs are lawful.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? You get stuck in a hard situation, you got to know what you can hunt for and eat and what you cannot eat.
Damn right.
You know?
And the Lord will make it plentiful for you. He is saying you'll be eating all kind of grasshopper sandwiches, grasshopper stew. He is sending them mugs like ain't no tomorrow, man.
Damn right.
Okay? Don't look at them like they a bad thing, man. You can eat them things. The Lord sent them down for you, okay?
Right.
Where we at? 23.
And it says, but all other flying, creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you.
Mm-hmm. Verse 24.
And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the evening.
And this is heavy thing right here, man. Lord, these unclean things, this is how you know there's no possible way the Lord will want you to eat any of these things. He does not even want you touching these things.
Damn right.
He doesn't even want you touching these things. You touch it, the Lord says you are unclean until the evening, man. The Lord doesn't even want you to put your hands on these things, man.
Right.
That's how you know. And not to mention, and guess what else? When you look down into it, each thing that he tells you have not to eat, it has a purpose on this earth. That's why the Lord don't want you to touch it.
Right.
Because he put it here for a specific job. He made plenty of fish, but don't eat the catfish. You can eat fish for years. The ocean will never run out of fish. It'll never run out of fish. Just don't eat the catfish. That's all. There's plenty of fish in there. You never have to eat that.
Damn right.
Okay, where we at? Let's go, sir.
All right. It says, and whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening.
You even got to wash your clothes, man. That's how you know the Lord is not playing. He said, wash your clothes and be unclean until the evening. That's how you know the Lord is not playing, man. All right, Salaki Israel, we're going to have to pick this up next week. I got to close the class. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah to the men. Yahweh Shemar. Oh, Kanawaka. What's Marshall? Anybody want to be a true? Majin, Sabak, Majin, Rock, Mata, dismiss.